Miss Rain Bellamy.
Thank you, Representative Thompson, for that welcome. I am Rain Bellamy, a rising senior from Ocoee High, and this is my message. In recent weeks, many of us have repeatedly heard the names George Floyd, Ahmaud Arbery, and Breonna Taylor. Upon hearing those names and their respective stories, some of us have asked ourselves, what can I do to help? Personally, I have signed many petitions for people in faraway cities with the hope that I can impact change for them. That's when I came to the realization that much change is needed in my own town. Yeah. My message today has been aptly titled, Looking Back, Moving Forward. To know where we are going, we must know where we come from, and thus I will start my message by looking back. On November 2nd, 1920 was described as the single bloodiest day in modern American political history occurred, not in another state, but here in our own Ocoee, Florida. The Ocoee Massacre is what the historic event is referred to as. And as a result, it was a result of Black people defending their right to vote after they were denied that right, even after having paid the unjust poll tax, which was abolished by the 24th Amendment later on. What resulted after was the lynching of July Perry, the mass murder of Ocoee's Black residents, along with the decimation of their homes and businesses. There's no knowing how many souls were taken, as many documents have been destroyed or lost over time. But we do know that the remaining Black residents were driven out of Ocoee, turning the city into a sundown town until 1981. To give you all a little perspective about how recent 1981 is, my father would not have been welcomed in this town for the first 7 years of his life, and my mother would not have been welcomed in this town for the first 3 years of hers. Yeah. But I speak today not to merely burden you with the vile, sordid details of our town's history, as my speech is labeled, Looking Back, Moving Forward. In order to move forward, we must acknowledge and rectify this town's contemptible past. Here's my proposal. Moving forward, step one. Though the looking back portion of my speech might have seemed like an attempt to regurgitate a history lesson, none of my knowledge about the Ocoee Massacre was taught to me while I was a student at both Ocoee Middle and Ocoee High School. Yeah. Moving forward would be ensuring that the truth of the Ocoee Massacre is taught in all schools of the town's namesake. For we cannot grow beyond what many of this town's adult residents are ignorant to, let alone this town's youth. Moving forward, step two. Ocoee's annual Founders Day Festival, many of us may or may not know, is held the same week the massacre occurred. In the wake of the upcoming centennial anniversary of the massacre, our mayor has rebranded this event as the Ocoee Fall Music Festival, without changing the festival's date. Now, to rebrand is to change the corporate image of something, but this rebranding does not change what this event represents. Moving forward would be honoring the wishes of this town's many residents by changing the date. Speaking of this town's founders brings me to my final proposal in moving forward. Step three, having Bluford Avenue renamed.
Yeah.
Bluford Avenue, for which I have driven down many times, is named after this town's founder, one Bluford Marion Sims, a former Confederate soldier who was tasked with redistributing the land of the massacre's victims. He did so through forgery.
Yes, he did.
Moving forward would be renaming Bluford Avenue, for we have seen statues of racists torn down in these recent weeks. But we have driven alongside one for years. We cannot rewrite history, but we do not have to honor a thief any longer. This is why I ask that all registered voters in the city of Ocoee will sign my petition to rename Bluford Avenue July Perry Boulevard. You can see in the middle my family stands with QR codes that can be scanned where you can access the petition. I need 3,000 signatures and I'm asking for yours if you are registered to vote in the city of Ocoee.
That's great.
With that, completing my proposal, I have been Rain Bellamy, and I would like to thank both Commissioner Oliver and Representative Thompson for the opportunity to speak today, as well as you all for listening. For we can only move forward if the roadblocks of the past are cleared out of our way. Happy Juneteenth, you all.
I think our future is in good hands.
Yeah, yeah.
Our sheriff has a